Alright YouTube, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. In this video, we're going to be breaking down Carl Weathers. He just recently died on the 1st of February, and Carl Weathers was born January 14th, 1948. He was an American actor, director, and gridiron football linebacker. So breaking down his name using gematria, his first and last name, Carl Weathers, equals 52. Just like American actor and director also equal 52. And Carl Weathers was an American actor and director. Then taking his first name alone, Carl has a value of 34. Just like gridiron, Carl also has a value of 29, just like linebacker and football. Exactly how Carl was a gridiron football linebacker. His roles included boxer Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky films, Colonel Al Dillon in Predator, and Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. If you take his last name, you get the value of 117 in reverse. And Rocky also equals 117. Carl Weathers and Apollo Creed have the same match of 52 and 191. And then, just like the previous slide, Carl equals 34. Also, Combat Carl equals 34 as well. And that was his role in Toy Story. His last name Weathers equals 43, just like Predator does as well in this keypad cipher. And then Carl Weathers equals 59, just like Toy Story equals 59. He also portrayed, I might say this wrong, Detective Boudreaux in the television series Street Justice, and the fictionalized version of himself in the comedy series Arrested Development, and voiced Omnitrax's Prime in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Carl equals 22 in Trigramaton Kabbalah. Detective Boudreaux equals 220. The Brotherhood of Death also equals 220. Taking away the 0 because 0 has no value in numerology. So we got 22 and 22. Just like his first name, Carl, also equals 22. Street Justice and Jesuit Order also have the same gematria of 144 and 177. Carl Weathers equals 102 in the Trigramaton Kabbalah. And then Star versus the Forces of Evil equals 120. Well, we still have the same numbers. Just switch the 2 and the 0 around. And then 0 has no value anyway, so we have 12 and 12. His last name Weathers equals 702, just like Arrested Development equals 702, reverse Sumerian primes. Weathers played college football for the San Diego State Aztecs. He signed with the Oakland Raiders of the National Football League after going undrafted in the 1970 NFL Draft. After being released by the Raiders, he signed with the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League. Now, over here, notice his first and last name, Carl Weathers, equals 74 in this reverse reduction cipher. Aztecs, Raiders, and BC Lions all equal 74 as well, as these were the football teams that he played for. Carl Weathers equals 241 in the alphanumeric Kabbalah cipher. In National Football League equals 214. Now, 214 and 241 is the same numbers. Just switch the 4 and the 1 around. Right? It's an anagram. He was born on January 14th, which can be written out as 1/14 or 14/1. San Diego State, Omnitrax's prime, and linebacker and combat Carl all have that 114. Zeros having no value, so we look at it as 114, 114, and 114. San Diego State, where he played football at in college, Omnitrax's prime, one of his roles in the movies, and linebacker, his position in football, and Combat Carl, his Toy Story role. Carl Weathers was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans and Jesuit order have the same match of 144 and 54. His last name Weathers and New Orleans have the same value of 45, just like how Weathers was born in New Orleans. Carl Weathers and New Orleans, Louisiana both have the same value of 83. He died on February 1st, which can be written out as 2/1 or 1/2. Boxer, actor, and Rocky all have the same value of 21. He was an actor that played the role of a boxer in the movie Rocky, and we all have the same value. Detective Boudreaux equals 201, just like how the Jesuit order equals 201. And remember, removing the 0, we have 21. 21, just like 2/1. Detective Boudreaux being the person that he played in Street Justice. And then Jesuit order being the ones that control the media and orchestrate the narratives. Weathers died at his home in Los Angeles on February 1st, 2024, at the age of 76. His family issued a statement saying he died peacefully in his sleep without revealing the cause of death. Well, if you take this phrase, peacefully in his sleep, you get the value of 222, just like how the order out of chaos equals 222. And we know by now that the order out of chaos is the 33rd degree motto of Freemasonry. And then going along with this 33, peacefully in his sleep, also equals 3300 in this square cipher. Deleting the zeros because they have no value, you're left with 33. Going along with this peacefully in his sleep, this phrase also equals 79 in this septenary cipher. Murder equals 79 as well. Carl Weathers' place of death, Los Angeles, California. Carl Weathers equals 59, just like Los Angeles, California equals 59. And it's interesting because Carl Weathers died in Los Angeles, California, and they have the same value. Carl equals 181, just like Los Angeles, California equals 181 when you write out the California in this Trigrammaton Kabbalah cipher. He lived to be 76 years old. Detective Boudreaux, Aztecs, linebacker. Omnitrax's prime, all equals 76. Detective Boudreaux, his role in Street Justice. Aztecs, the San Diego State football team he played for. Linebacker was his position. And Omnitrax's prime, another one of his roles in the Star movie. So, if you take his birthday to the day that he died 2 weeks and 5 days after his birthday, when actor equals 25 and Colonel Al Dillon equals 250. Remembering 0 has no value, so we're left with 25. Just like how he was an actor who played the role of Colonel Al Dillon. Now, 97 happens to be the 25th prime number, just like how Predator equals 97. And he was an actor that played the role of Colonel Al Dillon in the movie Predator. And then this is Star Wars The Mandalorian. This was the last film production that he was in. And the last episode of Star Wars The Mandalorian was April 19th, 2023. Now, if you take this date to the day that he died, you get a span of 41 weeks and 2 days. Just like how director equals 412. And he was a director. Now, Carl, National Football League, Arrested Development, and BC Lions all equal 214, which is an anagram, or not an anagram, but a reflection of 412. 412, 214. It's the exact mirror. Carl being his first name, National Football League, he played for the Oakland Raiders, which are a part of the National Football League. Arrested Development was one of his shows. And BC Lions was the Canadian Football League team that he played for. He died on the 32nd day of the year. Carl equals 32, just like California, New Orleans, NFL, BC Lions, linebacker, and Predator. California being the state that he died in. New Orleans being the city that he was born in. He played in the NFL. He played for the BC Lions. His positions in the BC Lions and NFL was a linebacker. And Predator was one of the movies that he acted in. Now, 131 is the 32nd prime number. Just like how the Brotherhood of Death equals 131, just like Detective Boudreaux and Oakland. The Brotherhood of Death being the secret society, also called Skull and Bones. Detective Boudreaux was his alias in Street Justice. And then Oakland, like how he played for the Oakland Raiders. And he died on a date that has 47 date numerology. Louisiana, Raiders, Predator, Director, all equal 47. Just like how he was born in Louisiana, he played for the Oakland Raiders, he starred in the movie Predator, and he was also a director. Now, 211 happens to be the 47th prime number. Boxer, Toy Story, Los Angeles, California, and the Brotherhood of Death all have the value of 211. He played the role of a boxer in the movie Rocky. He also had a role in Toy Story. He died in Los Angeles, California. And then again, the Brotherhood of Death leaving their stamp. If you break it down a different way, you also get 11 date numerology. Carl equals 11. And then Skull and Crossbones equals 110. Again, taking away the 0, because it has no value, so we're left with 11. Carl, his first name, Skull and Crossbones, aka the Brotherhood of Death. Now 31 happens to be the 11th prime number, just like how Weathers, Raiders, California, and Aztecs all have the value of 31. Weathers, who played for the Raiders, and the Aztecs, which are both in California, right? And then California is also the place where he died. That's it. All right, well, this is all I have for this video. So taking the numbers into consideration, really think about how it all connects and lines up. And as usual, if you found this content insightful, leave a like, subscribe, and have a good day.